At Dahl, we have created a strategy for the next 5 years to double capacity and reduce relative costs. The first stage in the plan is to create a mini-load facility, the largest logistics project we have ever undertaken at Dahl. The planning, the writing of contracts, and supplier selection took a year to implement. Another year was required to assemble, adjust, and install the software before the operation began in earnest. Consequently, the entire project took 2 years from start to finish to complete. Reducing costs while raising capacity is one part of Dahl's strategy. It's a question of moving the goods, not the personnel.
This is part of a more long-term plan. We have set out a strategy for the next 5 years defining what we can do to increase capacity and cost efficiency in this operation generally. We have said that over 5 years we will double capacity in our plant and reduce relative costs.
The supplier has separated the goods to be stored in the mini-load. The driver leaves the goods in the intended place, waiting to be unpacked. The operator collects the goods and moves them to an unpacking station. The system provides the operator with information on the items, choice of plastic tote, the maximum number that can be placed in a tray, and counts down the number delivered, after which the unpacker fills the totes. Once the plastic trays have been filled and checked, the operator pushes the trays out onto the conveyor belt. The weight of the plastic totes is checked, and any deviations are dealt with at a reject station. The conveyor belt carries the totes further into the warehouse. Emptied totes are placed on the belt and transported back to the unpacking station. They're stacked automatically by type. Each crane can handle 2 totes at a time. In total, there are 4 automated cranes in the facility. The totes are first stored in buffer locations. There are 36,000 totes in the buffer locations and 15,000 totes in picking locations in the crane warehouse. The cranes automatically transfer items from the buffer to the picking locations, which are on 2 levels. The entire internal flow from unpacked goods to warehousing is automated. For the 2 larger picking boxes, the facility constructs corrugated cardboard boxes automatically. These are sent out to the various picking stations. Small orders are picked into plastic boxes that are packed manually. In order to identify the picking boxes, they are marked with an identification number. Corrugated cardboard picking boxes are used as delivery boxes and are packed automatically. The operator starts by filling the trolley with up to 8 picking boxes. Our employees pick items using a pick-by-voice, voice-controlled system. The voice unit specifies the warehouse location, the quantity to be picked, and the picking box to be used. The operator speaks to the voice unit and specifies the check digit for the warehouse location and confirms the quantity and picking box. When the picking round has ended, the operator places the picking boxes on the conveyor belt, which moves on to the next picking station. The picking boxes are first transported down to the picking stations on the lowest floor. Each floor consists of 3 picking aisles, each with 6 picking stations, which provides a total of 36 stations.
375.
The operator starts picking by speaking to the voice unit and states the 3-digit identification number for the picking box. The voice unit specifies the warehouse location and the quantity to be picked. The operator speaks to the voice unit and specifies the check digit for the warehouse location and the quantity that has been picked. Once all these tasks are finished, the operator lifts the picking box back onto the conveyor belt, which sends it on to the next station. Once the picking box has passed all the stations on the ground floor, it's transported to the top floor and picking can continue. The weight of the picking boxes is checked and any deviation is dealt with at the reject station. The material that has been picked into the plastic boxes is packed manually. The ID number of the plastic box is scanned and the content is presented on a screen and approved by the operator. The operator moves the material to the delivery box, attaches the box label, seals the box and places it on the conveyor, which transports it on to the sorting facility. The corrugated cardboard picking boxes pass along an automated packing line. If the picking box is not full, a load retainer is glued inside the box. The next stage is to glue on the lid. Finally, a customer box label is applied, and the finished delivery box is transported through the facility and onto the sorting facility. The delivery boxes are guided to a sorting belt. Each sorting belt services several transportation routes, at which point boxes are moved out for loading onto a separate pallet, from where our drivers deal with them. It's that easy and that difficult to handle items in a constant flow, a dizzying journey to say the least.
En automatisering ger oss två fördelar snabbt.
Automation brings us two quick benefits. It increases capacity and space efficiency. This lays a good foundation for streamlining. The key is getting the goods to travel, not the personnel, so it brings both benefits quite quickly.
För det ger båda fördelarna rätt snabbt.
Other activities and investments we have looked at are perhaps more about increasing capacity, for instance preparing areas previously not used in production so that they can be used in production. This will bring us greater capacity, but perhaps not so much greater efficiency, so we will try to work on both aspects simultaneously.
Så att vi försöker jobba med båda bitarna samtidigt.